Welcome back to Trinity Ball Yard on the Hill on the campus of Trinity Baptist College as Game 2 between the Eagles and the Atlanteans is ready to begin. You're looking at left-handed senior from right here in Jacksonville, Trinity Christian Academy's Joseph Labus, who has no win-loss record on the season. And he's going to face the same lineup that Atlantis put in game number 1. Labus will be making his 4th appearance overall, 2nd start. He has totaled 6 innings. He's allowed 7 hits, only 2 earned runs while walking 2 and striking out 10. And in 6 innings, Lucas, that's a very good strikeout total.
That is indeed. He can be a massive threat against Atlantis. Needs to adjust very quickly early on. He could be a good threat and early on for TBC.
And Lucas is going to give us the batting order quickly for the Atlantis University Atlanteans.
Number 7, shortstop Elvin Granado. Playing in second base, number 2, Justin Suarez. First baseman, number 28, Jonathan Basalio. Third baseman, number 22, Gianni Rodriguez. Right fielder, number 11, Henry Estrada. The designated hitter tonight is number 30, Orlando Borrado. The catcher is number 21, Ray Sobrano. The center fielder, number 20, Arit Mourinho. And the left fielder, number 1, Jonathan Mustler.
So the same starting lineup for Atlantis in game number 2. We'll give you the defensive alignment in just a moment. Meanwhile, Labus is ready to make his first pitch, and the ball game is underway with a fastball upstairs. Parker Lafferty is in left, Jacob Burke in center, Jordan Fernandez in right. Give you the infield after this pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Labus delivers and gets a strike on the inner half. Colin Sepulveda at third. Logan McGann's playing short. Seth Reeves is at second. David Hickey at first with Drew Gifford behind the plate here in game 2. Curveball misses a little bit low, and Ryan Ongst will be, well, I thought for a moment the designated hitter, but he is not in the lineup. Gavin Williams will be the DH. Here's a 2-0. Check that 2-1, and he got the strike called. Elvin Granado had 2 hits in game number 1, a single and a double. And Labus delivers and misses upstairs to fill the count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. And a high fly ball down the right field line. That one's going to drop, and it's a fair ball. And Granado is going for 2, and he will make it standing up.
Good hit. Just hits the line for a fair ball. Rounds to second, and is safe for a double.
So Granado works the count full, then just loops one right down the line, just barely fair, and good enough for a 2-base hit. Joseph Labus getting the start here. His parents are in attendance, and after the ball game today, they're going to go see A.J. Labus, who's in high A-ball for the Minnesota Twins, also a Trinity Christian graduate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, double for Granado. Now Suarez at the plate, shows bunt on the first pitch, and pulls back in time to take it high. Suarez in game 1, 1 for 4. Base hit in the first, and he scored a run. 7-3 the final score. Atlantis now looking to sweep not only the doubleheader, but the 3-game series. And Labus mitches high. That's ball 2. And Lucas, let's hope that if they get the first 2 men out, we can get that third out without runs scoring.
That is a good case. But as we learned from the first inning, Atlantis does not fear down 2 outs.
4 times in game 1, they had the first 2 men out and ended up scoring runs. 3 balls, no strikes. Labus delivers and misses. They're going to check the swing, and no swing. Well, I had the count wrong. It is now 3 balls and a strike. Labus turns, throws to second, and Granado back in time. Atlanteans scored runs in 5 different innings in game number 1. This one is hit into center field. A hit. Granado had lost it at first, so he's going to stop there at third base. And 2 hits to start the ball game.
Great way to start off for Atlantis. Now runners in the corners. Suarez and Granado now in the corners. Now coming up is the lethal hitter, number 28, Jonathan Basalio, who's had 2 homers last game.
And he homered again last night as well. 3 in the series already. This is a dangerous man at the plate. He has 7 homers. And he takes the first pitch upstairs. Sayo had a total of 3 RBIs in game number 1 today, giving him 46 on the season, and he swings and misses. He also had a double, and he scored 3 times in game 1 today. 3 for 4. Runners going, pitches in the dirt. Gifford's throw is not in time. Good start to the game for the Atlanteans. A double, a single, and a stolen base.
And with no outs to register as well.
And for Suarez, his 16th steal of the season. He's been caught just once. Here's a 2-1. And this one is grounded towards second. Reeves will go to first. The run will score, but the Eagles get the out. Good play. The right play made by Reeves. Don't try to be a hero, but credit Vasallo with an RBI. And Suarez also takes third on the play.
You know, it's good for TBC to get that 1 out. Just get it early so we can get the 2 outs early.
Gianni Rodriguez at the plate. Had an RBI double in the 6th inning earlier today, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. He was 1 for 4. He also stole home in the 6th inning. Atlantis had 2 steals of home in game 1. And Labus gets the strike right at the top of the zone. 0-2. Jonathan Mastelier also stole home in game 1 today. Breaking ball hit the batter. That's going to put runners at the corners with 1 out.
Same situation now for TBC as there are runners in the corners as Henry Estrada comes out to the plate.
And look what Estrada did in game 1. A walk, a single, and a run, a single, and a single. Had a really good day, also stole a base.
What, 4 for 4?
Well, officially 3 for 3, but on base 4 times. And the first pitch fastball is high. 1 ball, no strikes. And Labus delivers with the runner going. Gifford's throw down is going to be in time. Another runner coming home, and he will score. They do get the out at second on a really good throw from Gifford on a pitch that he had to reach down for and come up and cross his body. It was a terrific throw. So Rodriguez is caught stealing, but Suarez steals home, and it's 2-0. There are 2 outs, base is empty, and Estrada takes one down low. Well, at least they got that out at second on a great throw from Gifford. And that one is a call to strike, a very late call. Estrada had already started to walk toward first. Counts 3-1. And Labus delivers and gets a foul ball out of play. Atlantis didn't wait for 2 outs this time. The first 2 men reached and them both already come in.
No, yeah, and it's very strange. They're comfortable no matter the situation that they are. No man on base or every man on base.
3-2. Ball 4 is high. And Estrada is aboard with a 2-out walk. Brings up Orlando Barrato, the designated hitter, and in game 1, he was 1 for 4 with an RBI double in the third. That bloop double down the line to start the game, a solid single into center. A run scored on a ground ball and then a steal of home. Doesn't matter how you get them, just get them on the board. Fastball's low and inside. Barrato came into today's play hitting an even 400. He's under 400 now with the 1 for 4. And the pitch swung on and missed, and a good rip. Actually fouled it off. For the Eagles, it'll be Burke, Williams, Hickey, Fernandez, Sepulveda, Laffrey, Reeves, McGann, and Gifford. Ball and a strike. Breaking ball. Got the top of the zone. Of course, a new umpire. He takes a little time to call the strike. Got to hold on and see what he says before we try to relay.
Takes his time to make his decision.
Runner was going. The drive into left field is caught by Laffrey to retire the side. Barrato hit it pretty sharply, but he's out. But for the Atlanteans, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 man left. After a half inning, it is 2-0 Atlantis. Well, the Eagles will come to bat for the first time in Game 2, trailing 2-0 just like they did earlier today. And this is the batting order. Center fielder Jacob Burke, DH Gavin Williams, first baseman David Hickey. Middle third is right fielder Jordan Fernandez, third baseman Colin Sepulveda, and left fielder Parker Laffrey. And the bottom third is second baseman Seth Reeves, shortstop Logan McGann, and catcher Drew Gifford. They will face Luis Rondon. You see him on the mound out there for Atlantis. The freshman makes his 6th appearance and 3rd start. We do not have a win-loss record available for him. He has pitched 13 total innings. He's allowed 15 hits, 12 runs, 11 earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 12. In Game 1, Kevin Rodriguez, a complete game, 3 runs, only 1 earned. He did allow 9 hits, but he walked just 1 Eagle and struck out 3. Eagles put the ball in play, but they just couldn't find too many holes.
Yeah, they struggled to find open space to hit. Hopefully they can find better space today and get better contact with the pitch.
Jacob Burke getting the start. We saw him enter the game late earlier today. He's batting .235. And he rips his first pitch, home run distance, but well foul. Burke has driven in 7 runs, no homers. He does have a pair of triples and a double. Burke in Game 1 hit into the game-ending 6-4-3 double play in his only at-bat. Takes a strike, and he's down 0-2. We also saw Burke do the courtesy running for catcher Ryan Ongst just before entering the ballgame officially. Down 2 strikes. And that one bounces across the plate. Luis Rondon on the mound for Atlantis. Ball and 2 strikes. There's a chopper towards third, and the throw to first is high, but Vasallo pulls it down, and they get the out. Rodriguez has a very strong arm, got under it a little bit, but that's a very big man at first base. You're going to have a hard time getting the ball over his head. 1 out for Gavin Williams. Atlantis now leads the season series 3-1. The teams split a doubleheader here on February 16th. And Atlantis won last night and earlier today. Williams with the swing and a miss.
An incredible fastball. Unable to make contact.
Williams was 2 for 3 with an RBI in Game 1. Drove in a run in the 5th. The only inning in which the Eagles scored, and they got 3. Williams will ground this one hard into right field. That should go as a single. We'll see how that one gets scored, but Williams really tattooed it. David Hickey steps up. And Williams really hit that ball right on the button. And that does go down as a single. Hickey takes the first pitch, curveball, not the pitch he wanted, so he let it go. In there for a strike. Hickey had a double in 3 trips in Game 1. He's now batting .318. And this one is low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Gavin Williams singled his way aboard. He's at first. 2-0 Atlantis. And this one is inside. We're not sure why, but we can't get the chat to go here, so we'll just have to keep telling you the score. We have lost our on-screen scoreboard for the remainder of the season. I won't get into why, but I'm not happy about it. It's nothing on our end. That one is upstairs. It's 2 balls and a strike. Williams, a good lead. He's going. The pitch is low, and it is ball 4. So that'll be a walk, putting Hickey aboard and Williams at second. Kind of wish that hadn't been ball 4 because Williams had that stolen. I'd like to give him credit, but we can't.
No, but it does give a little stress to the pitcher, knowing that there is a runner on first and then went to go steal. And it did give David Hickey the opportunity to walk. So it was a good plan.
And Jordan Fernandez at the plate. He's also hitting .318. 1 for 3 in Game 1. Takes the first pitch, and that one grazed him. Might have gotten the jersey, and he's trotting on down to first. The Eagles have the bases loaded with 1 out. Well, if you're going to get hit by a fastball, that's the way to do it. Just have it brush that jersey. And let's see if the Eagles can cash this in. Coach Vasquez heading out to the mound. He's going to talk with Luis Rondon and the infield. Rondon, though, a ground ball away from ending this threat. This is a very good defensive team the Atlanteans put out there on the field. They did commit an error which helped Trinity Baptist get a couple of runs in the 5th, but we don't see that too often from this team.
No, their outfield and infield discipline is incredible. They know exactly where to throw it. They know exactly what to do. Their pitching is one of the reasons why they did so well last game, and is one of the reasons why they didn't do so well yesterday as well.
Sepulveda's job is to get this ball into the outfield and get at least 1 run home. He's at the plate. And this one will hit Sepulveda, and the Eagles get a run. Credit him with an RBI, 2 consecutive hit batsmen. Williams scores, Hickey to third, and Fernandez to second. A breaking ball that Sepulveda moved a little bit. And now, go ahead, Lucas.
There was contact. That ball was coming into his zone, was coming into the batter's box.
Laffrey a chance to give the Eagles a lead. Tying runs at third. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Go-ahead run is at second. Laffrey has driven in 9. In game 1, he was 1 for 3. There's a ground ball towards short. 2nd to 1, throw to first. It is in time. Very close at first, but the correct call was made. And Rondon does get that ground ball to end the inning. But first, a couple of hit batsmen allow the Eagles to score and pull to within 1. After 1, it is 2-1 Atlantis. After 1, it's 2-1 Atlantis, and Joseph Labus getting ready to start his second inning of work. 1 inning, 2 runs are both earned. He allowed 2 hits and 1 walk. 7, 8, and 9 are due up. Sobrino, Moreno, and Mastelier. In the same exact lineup we saw earlier today. And Labus's first pitch is up and away. Ray Sobrino in game 1, 1 for 4. High fly ball, right field. Fernandez over near the line and makes the catch. Another good play by Jordan Fernandez in right.
He did well last game. He did very well the night before. Seems like he's going to keep it well again this second game.
Unfortunately, that blooper by Granado was just too far out of his reach. He was really hustling to get there, but couldn't quite get there in time. That led to the first run. And now Eric Moreno at the plate. Atlanteans center fielder was 2 for 2, but was on base 4 times in game 1. Tried to bunt his way aboard and bunted through it for the strike. He had 2 singles, started the game with a walk and a hit batsman. 1 strike, left-hand hitter. And that one bounces across the plate. Doesn't count when it hits the ground first, though.
No, it doesn't. Automatic ball.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, base is empty. And Labus from the stretch, he delivers. That right hand started to flinch, but did not come up, so that's ball 2. Two balls and a strike. And that one's a fastball in the outer half. Evens the count at 2-2. Labus already in an inning and a third at 33 pitches. Had a very busy first inning. Curve ball misses outside. He did get Vasallo out, though.
Yeah, he did.
No one else has been able to do that this series. There's a looper foul down the left side. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Infield back, looking to knock it down and get the out. Here's the payoff. Ball 4 is up and in, and Moreno is aboard with a 1-out walk. Second walk issued by Labus, and it brings up Jonathan Mastelier. He was 0 for 3, but he walked and stole home in the second inning of Game 1.
Oh yeah, the one time he was on base, he definitely scored. It just shows that no matter what time you do it, if you're on base, you're a scoring threat.
Labus's first pitch is a fastball outside. He made a fantastic slide also to get around Ryan Ongst. The throw had beaten him. Ongst went for the tag, but Mastelier just got in underneath it. The 1-0, and that is upstairs. And Mastelier also made some really good running catches in left field.
Yeah, he did. He made some great defensive plays, some diving, but he was underneath the whole time.
He's ahead 2-0, and Labus delivers, and that's ball 3. Wind not as hard as throughout most of Game 1, still blowing out towards right center, but right now just a gentle breeze. That is ball 4, and that's not the way that Labus wanted to work this inning. He got the first man and then walked 2. Moreno now at second, and Mastelier is aboard. Walk number 3 issued by Labus. Gifford will head out to the mound, try to settle down the pitcher. And Drew Billings heading out to the umpire area. Oh, just to exchange balls.
What a surprising change.
Yeah, looking like Coach Billings for a moment. Could be one day, though.
Maybe.
2 on, 1 out. Top of the order, Elvin Granado, who blooped that double right down the line to start the game and ended up scoring a run. Labus could use a ground ball right at somebody. And a strike call. Granado, though, runs very well. Be a tough to turn a double play on him unless it's a pretty well hit ball right at one of the infielders. 1 strike to Granado.
Ooh.
And that one is up and gets away from Gifford. There will be no throw.
Just a bit outside. Lopez tried to hit the corner, missed, and advanced the runners to third and second. But now the pitch count at 1-1.
Time called. That went down as a wild pitch to put runners at second and third. That ball was up behind the batter's head. Now 2 men in scoring position. Good pitch by Labus right at the knees. Ball and 2 strikes. Now the double play out of order. Be a good idea to get strike 3 here.
No, that would be great. Definitely for TBC at the moment.
There's a 1-2 and a little cue shot foul. Ball and 2 strikes. Pretty nice one-handed play out there by Moreno. Another 1-2 coming. Labus delivers and missed upstairs. Like he tried to overthrow the fastball.
He was just trying to have that hitter chase it. Trying to have Granado chase that ball. Maybe get him a swing and a miss.
Counts 2-2. Justin Suarez on deck. I have no idea where that ball missed.
I thought that was dead in the middle. Fastball underneath the plate.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Maybe a little inside. Payoff pitch. There's a line drive into right. That's going to score 1. It will score 2. Over the head of Fernandez. Granado into second. He will have a 2-run double, and it is now 4-1. That's his second double to right field. This one drives in a pair. Elvin Granado having himself a very good start to game number 2.
Granado comfortable with the full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hit it to right field where Jordan Fernandez was doing really well this year. And yet, it just went over his head and made an RBI double.
Well, Labus did not get the strike 3 called, and then Granado put one over Fernandez's head, and now we have a timeout. Coach Broden out to the mound. Atlantis leads 4-1, still batting in the top of the second. Twins and Tigers tied at 3 in the 9th inning. Yankees have defeated the Guardians 3-2. That's a pretty quick ball game. It's only 3:13. And they'll play again tonight. So will the Tigers and the Twins. Royals 8-4 over the Mets in the 5th. And how about Kansas City? They're having a terrific start. That's going to be it for Joseph Labus, and we'll tell you about Andrew Moeller in just a moment. We'll be right back. For the second time today, we will see Andrew Moeller on in relief. He finished game 1 with an inning and a third of scoreless ball, allowing just 2 hits. He has now totaled 19 and 2/3 innings. This is appearance number 13. Very good ERA of 2.75. He's allowed 16 hits, 10 runs, 6 earned. He has walked 11 and struck out 13. Labus, an inning and a third, 4 runs all earned. He's responsible for the runner at second base. That will be Elvin Granado once we resume play. He's talking with Coach Willie Vasquez, who leads the Atlantis University Atlanteans, 19 and 13 on the season after winning earlier today. And Granado will trot on back to second. The first man that Moeller will face will be Justin Suarez, who singled, stole a base. Actually, 2 bases. He stole home as well in the first inning. Moeller takes a look at Granado at second. Reeves trying to hold the runner close. And the first pitch. Breaking ball and a strike called. And Moeller calls time. I'm guessing he wants to make sure of the signs with Gifford. Now the wind is starting to pick back up. Again, blowing out over the right center field fence. Fly to right, 2 walks, and then the 1-hop double off the right field fence, scoring both runners. Moeller checks that runner at second. The 1-strike pitch, a breaking ball, is high. Ball and a strike. Moeller's ready to go. He's not worried too much about time. High pop up, and this one will get out of play. There's no visible pitch clock, but the pitchers and the umpires, they have to keep that in their heads.
No, yeah, they got to know that the pitchers cannot waste the whole game, waste the time. Gotta go as fast as possible.
Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Moeller gets the first man he faces. 2 away, but now here comes Jonathan Vasallo. He drove in a run with a ground ball his first time up. We won't repeat what he's already done today, though. Let's hope he doesn't either.
His actions speak louder than his stats.
Runner at second, 2 outs, 2 runs are in. This is the first time that Vasallo will face Moeller. And a breaking ball for a strike. Nothing in 1. One thing about Moeller, he doesn't care who's batting. He's going to pitch his game. 1 strike pitch. That one got Vasallo in the back. And now there are 2 on with 2 out.
It was a little late release from Moeller. Caused him to lose grip of the ball. Caused Vasallo to get hit and walk to first. That brings up number 22, Giovanni Rodriguez, the third baseman.
He was hit by a pitch his first time up and was caught trying to steal. But that led to the stolen base by Suarez for the second run. First pitch is outside. Moeller takes a long look. Didn't waste any time getting into the stretch. 1 ball, no strikes. Checks that runner. And the pitch. And that one looked like it slipped out of his fingertips.
Yeah, once again, he's losing grip of the ball. I mean, Moeller played last night. He played yesterday. He played last night. He played the game before today, and now he's playing for a third time in 2 days.
Been a busy man out there on the mound for TBC. That one is in the dirt. Not sure Granado read where the ball was. He's still at second. With his speed, that could have been an easy advance.
Could be taking his time waiting for his action.
3 balls, no strikes. And a breaking ball in there for the strike. Trinity Baptist is home next weekend following a trip to Thomas University on Tuesday. We have Bob Jones coming to town next Friday and Saturday. Games very recently added to the schedule. Very long look back at second. The 3-1. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Granado to third, Vasallo to second, Rodriguez at first. Brings up Henry Estrada, who walked his first time up. Now, Friday night's game against Bob Jones will be played at Oakleaf High School in Orange Park, and that's because Oakleaf High School is playing Trinity Christian Academy here on this field that same night. Coach Matt Carter, a former TBC Eagle, is the head coach of Oakleaf. He's going to allow us to use their field while he's playing with his team here.
I'm grateful for him. At least we get to see another beautiful game of baseball.
1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. 2 outs, 2 runs in. Estrada at the plate. And Moeller misses outside. With 2 outs, all the infielders playing back, just looking to get this final out. Ball 2, and the pitch is low for ball 3. 1 more will bring home a run.
Moeller showing his exhaustion.
And he has worked a lot in this series.
I mean, he's a reliable pitcher for TBC, but when you've played 3 games, that arm starts to get way too tired.
3 balls, no strikes. And that one misses. That's ball 4, and a run is in. Credit Estrada with an RBI. His second walk of the day. Granado scores. Basayo to third. Rodriguez to second. And it brings up Orlando Baroto. Line to left his first time. But we're going to have a conference on the mound first. After today's doubleheader finishes, the Atlanteans are at United International College for a doubleheader on Thursday the 18th. That begins at 11 a.m. Again, that is at United International. And then Atlantis goes to Mid-Atlantic Christian University for a 3-game series, 2 on Friday the 19th and 1 on Saturday the 20th. And then it will end the month of April at United International on the 26th and the 27th. Darren Goki will come in for Andrew Moeller. We'll tell you about Goki in just a moment here on TBC Eagles. Darren Goki on in relief, the third pitcher of the ball game. Went 2/3 of an inning last night, allowed a hit and a run. This will be his 8th appearance overall. He has started 6 times. He is 1-2 with an ERA of 4.84. He's pitched 22 1/3 innings. He's allowed 21 hits, 22 runs, but only 12 earned. He has walked 18 and struck out 37. He's trying to come back from an arm injury. Hasn't been able to do a whole lot of throwing at any one time, and he's in a tough situation. The base is loaded, 3 runs in, but there are 2 outs. Orlando Baroto at the plate, 0 for 1. Well, we thought we had strike 3 on Elvin Granado, but it wasn't called, and then Granado got a 2-run double, and then an RBI walk to Henry Estrada. That's a scoring summary. And Goki's first pitch is fouled off and out of play. This is the 9th man of the inning to bat.
That is crazy. What is that? The complete order in the second inning?
Yes.
Wow.
And Goki gets strike 2. That double's been the only hit. 4 walks and a hit batsman. A team like this who swings a bat so well, you can't give them free bases.
No, you can't. They'll take every opportunity you give them.
And another one that's not called. Goki started to walk toward the dugout, and he will have to get back on the mound. Ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on the way. And a ground ball, or a line drive rather, caught by McGann. And what a nice play. And Logan McGann has played a terrific shortstop today.
Oh, yeah, he's been showing his good quality, outplaying defense, stopping every ball that comes right to him. Just ends this inning with an out. Score 5-1. We'll be right back. Bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second, Eagles trail 5-1, a 25-minute top of the second inning, in which Atlantis got 3 runs on just 1 hit. There were 4 walks and a hit batsman in the inning as well. It'll be 7-8-9 due up for TBC. Reeves, McGann, and Gifford facing Luis Rondon, who had a long time to sit in the dugout. Fortunately for him, it's a pretty warm day. It's not 95, but it's not 45 degrees either.
Oh, yeah, it was cold, a little chill this early morning. Now we're in the mid-afternoon. Temperature's rising.
Seth Reeves takes the first pitch for a strike. He was 1 for 2 with a stolen base and a run scored in game 1. Also drew a walk. And this one is in the dirt. Rondon looking a lot like Kevin Rodriguez in game 1. Not throwing all that hard, but usually finding his spots and mixing speeds.
It's a possible strategy that the coach of Atlantis is using. Not utilizing speed, but rather command.
Eagles can hit fastballs. We saw that against Voorhees University in the 3-game sweep last weekend. Eagles just hit. The 2-1. A little looper towards third. That's going to be an easy catch for Rodriguez.
A little unlucky for Seth Reeves, but it was just under for the third baseman for an easy catch.
It looked like he was trying to hold up his swing, but made the contact, and a leadoff hitter is out. Here's Logan McGann. His defense has been great. 0 for 2 in game number 1. First pitch to McGann. There's a chopper foul. That one pretty hard, but out in front.
Yeah, a little early swing caused him to turn left. Made it a result of a foul ball.
And this one is upstairs, even the count of the ball and a strike. One ball, 1 strike to McGann. And he takes strike 2 on the outer half. Again, looking for his first hit of the season. Nothing out of 12. That one's hit very well towards center. Heading back, but unable to get there was Moreno. McGann around second, heading to third. The throw is not in time. He does have his first hit, and it's a triple.
What an incredible sprint by Logan McGann. What a great hit towards center field. Just goes over the head of the center fielder. Round second, turns to third, slides in for a late throw and a diving save.
It looked for a moment like Moreno was going to make a fantastic over-the-shoulder catch. That ball actually tipped off the end of his glove. And McGann has himself a triple with 1 out. Drew Gifford at the plate. He's hitting 194 with a couple of RBIs. Our first look at Gifford today and a chance to drive in a run. It's 5-1, bottom of the second. First pitch is up and in. Had to feel good for McGann, his first hit of the season. He's done a whole lot of courtesy running.
Not only his offense has been a little stunt.
And McGann is going to score as Granado could not come up with it. And it's 5-2. Going to be an RBI for Gifford. We'll see how that goes down. Would have been a tough play. Gifford hustling, and Granado looks like he might have hurt the shoulder. And that would have been a pretty tough play to try to get a very hustling Drew Gifford at first. And that's going to be marked as an error on the shortstop. Granado still getting a little bit of attention from Coach Vasquez and his teammates, but We know Elvin. He's been here before, and he's a tough young man. And he says he's fine, grabs his glove, heads back to his position. It is an RBI for Gifford as McGann comes across the plate. Eagles cash in the triple. They've cut it to 5-2. Jacob Burke at the plate, grounded out his first time up. So Gifford at first. And he's the catcher, but it looks like he's going to do his own running. Swing and a foul off for Burke. Why not? Gifford has pretty good speed.
If he has the potential to run fast, take second, hopefully round third, keep him in the game.
He's on the move. Pitch is a strike. The throw is also a strike, but a little bit late. Andrew Gifford has stolen second base.
Had a great jump towards second. Yes, it was a late throw, but he was definitely safe.
Stolen base number 5. He's been caught just once. And now Burke has a chance to bring the Eagles a little bit closer. Burke has driven in 7, and he takes this one low. Gifford leads off second, and the pitch to Burke. And that one is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind blowing pretty hard out over right center. Here's a 2-2. And Burke fouls this one off. Looked like he was trying to go the other way. He has a lot of room down the line. You can get one past Vasayo. Jacob Burke could find himself on third base.
The opportunity presents itself. He sure can.
Another 2-2 offering from Ruiz. Strike 3 called, and that is out number 2. Gifford had bluffed off second base as if he was about to take off. Now Gavin Williams at the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. RBI opportunity for Williams. He's driven in 13. Takes the first pitch high. Make that 14. He got one in game number 1. One ball, no strikes. And that one called at the top of the zone. This is a kind of wind here that if Gavin can get one up into, it's a 1-run ball game. He has hit 2 home runs, both here on this field. That one is inside. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles have scored 1 this inning. It's 5-2 Atlantis. Gifford at second. Big swing, but a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rondon from the stretch, not too worried about the runner at second with 2 outs and a count of 2-2. Couple of checks. Gifford's on the move, and this one is fouled off. Well, Drew Gifford must have picked something up about Rondon. He's already stolen a base, and he was trying to take third.
If the ball was not a foul, I'm sure he was going to steal third.
Well, 2 strikes Williams had to protect. And if Gifford is thrown out, then at least Williams would lead off the next inning. Here's a 2-2. There's a chopper up the middle, a base hit. Gifford will round third. He will score. The Eagles cash in on a bobbled ball at short for 2 runs, and it is now 5-3. That run is unearned, but an RBI and number 15 for Gavin Williams. David Hickey at the plate. Walked his first time up. Got to third base, but the Eagles could not bring him in. They got one in that inning, but a double play ended the threat. Hickey takes the first pitch low. One ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Big rip by Hickey. Pulled his head a little bit. Counts even at 1-1.
Fundamentals of baseball. Keep your eye on the ball. Maybe if he kept his head down and just saw that ball, he could have made a heckle drive up the middle.
Not sure what Coach Broaden is asking the umpire about. I thought for a moment he was going to go talk with Hickey. But it's 1-1. Jordan Broden taking over for Coach Copeland. It's John Copeland Day here at Trinity Ball Yard. And as Coach Jones told everybody in game number 1, we're very grateful for all the fans who understood not using their passes today, paying the entrance fee full price. There's a long drive, center field. This ball has a chance. It is gone. David Hickey, a 2-run homer to straightaway center field. The Eagles have tied the score.
What an incredible hit from David Hickey. He put power, he put strength. He saw that ball, he drove it over the head of the center field and over the fence for a home run. Ties the game 5-5.
For Hickey, his second home run of the season. RBIs 12 and 13. And Hickey got one up into the wind. Again, the Eagles take advantage of an error. And they've come back with 4 runs this inning. And we're tied 5-5. Here's Fernandez. And that one is inside. Well, in game 1, TBC hit the ball very well. Just couldn't find any holes. They found a few in this inning.
If we can keep this run going, finding more holes throughout the game, it could result in a win for TBC.
Fernandez works the count to 2 balls, no strikes. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Eagles did have Rondon on the ropes in the first, but a double play ended that threat with just 1 run scoring. They've gotten to him in the second. 2 balls, no strikes. And a man heading down to the bullpen. This one is popped up over the third base dugout and out of play. Antonio Raleigh starting to get loose for Atlantis. And a strike called on the outer half. R-O-L-L-E. Not sure if it's Rawl or Raleigh. Anyway, he's starting to toss softly right now in the bullpen. And the 2-2 to Fernandez is actually, nope, that is ball 3. He thought it was ball 4. Had me fooled for a moment.
I for sure thought it was ball 4 too.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4 runs are in. And Rondon with the payoff. That is ball 4. And Fernandez down at first. It's only the first walk issued by Rondon. Brings up Colin Sepulveda, who brought home a run with a bases-loaded hit batsman in the first. Rondon plunked 2 men in a row, Fernandez then Sepulveda, but then got the ground ball double play. Fernandez at first, 2 men out. And this one is low and outside. Here's where you want to make Rondon throw more pitches.
Oh yeah, him getting a little tired. It's the second inning. They are warming up a pitch in the bullpen. But this is the perfect time to exploit his weakness.
And that one is downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. That was the fastest pitch that Rondon has thrown so far.
That's a possibility. But again, he's not known for fastballs, nor as the Atlantis pitching this whole series.
And they've done it with a lot of off-speed and changes of speed. And this one is called the strike. I don't think Colin agreed with that one. But 2 balls and a strike.
Hasn't been much agreement with the hitters and the pitching to the umpire.
And Sepulveda pulled his head and missed for strike 2. Now Raleigh in the bullpen starting to throw a little more seriously. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Colin Sepulveda. Ball 3 is outside. Lafferty waits on deck. Fernandez will be off on the pitch. 3-2, 2 out. There goes the runner. And a high pop-up down the left field side. Mastelier camps under it. He can't find it. It's gone. I lost the ball myself, but Sepulveda lost it over the left field fence, and the Eagles lead 7-5. That ball got up above the ceiling here in the press box. We never saw it ourselves. And a 2-run homer for Colin Sepulveda gives the Eagles their first lead of the day. Actually, of the whole series.
You know, this is a great opportunity to utilize this lead. Take it 7-5 now as Colin Sepulveda brings in 2 runs, including himself.
All these runs except the first one in the inning are unearned, but as I always say, they are on the board. And now Parker Lafferty bats with the bases empty. And he lines one into center for a base hit. Lafferty around first, took a huge turn, put on the brakes, and he will trot back into first with a base hit. Eagles have batted around in the second. Here's Seth Reeves, who started the inning with a pop-up, but he is going to face a new man this time, as that's going to be it for Luis Rondon. We'll be back and tell you about the new pitcher in just a moment here on TBC Eagles. Junior Antonio Raleigh takes over for Luis Rondon. Raleigh will make his 7th appearance, all of them in relief. He has pitched 9 in the 3rd innings. He's allowed 14 hits, 9 runs, 7 of them earned for an ERA of 6.75. He has walked 3 and struck out 6. He will inherit Parker Lafferty at first with Seth Reeves at the plate. 2 outs. The Eagles have scored 6 times. Luis Rondon, 1 2/3 innings, 7 runs, only 2 of them earned. He is responsible for Lafferty at first base. He allowed 6 hits, walked only 1, and struck out 1. Well, Lucas, so far, Eagles bats have found some holes in this inning, and hopefully the pitching will be able to hold on to this lead.
I mean, you can have a great offense, but if you can't defend the ball, can't defend the scoring, it can't be costly to TBC. Hopefully they can extend this lead and also keep it while playing defense.
Seth Reeves, 0 for 1, started the inning with a harmless pop-up to the 3rd baseman. It was that misplayed ball at short that opened the door, and the Eagles have scored 6 times. Of course, the triple by Logan McGann started the rally. He would have scored on the ball off the bat of Drew Gifford anyway, but then TBC just went to town. Runner was going. Reeves tried to check and give Lafferty a chance at the stolen base, but he fouled it off. That's actually a break for Raleigh because Lafferty had that base stolen.
Oh yeah, he had a great start, jumped really quickly to second. Just a bit unlucky for TBC for a foul ball, but it doesn't mean it can't happen again.
Let's see if Lafferty takes off again. That's a very good lead. He was starting to go, but Raleigh anticipating threw over to first. Lafferty, a fifth-year senior, very well experienced on the base paths. One strike. Lafferty bluffs. They throw down to second, and it's into center field. Lafferty's going to take off, and he will get there ahead of the throw. That will be an error on the catcher. Somebody needs to tell the catcher not to make that throw.
No, yeah, that was a massive defensive error, and it went past the second baseman to center field, and it took Parker Lafferty a moment, but then he definitely went and chased it to second base and stole it.
Neither Suarez nor Granado were there. They both recognized that Lafferty did not go. The 1-1. There's a line drive into center. This one should be caught, and it is, to retire the side. However, Trinity Baptist gets 6 runs. There were 2 home runs in the inning. They leave 1, and after 2, TBC leads 7-5. Well, the Eagles find themselves out in front 7-5 after a 6-run rally in the second, and a new third baseman for TBC. Freshman Zachary Ross from Tallahassee takes over for Colin Sepulveda, who hit the 2-run homer that gave the Eagles a lead. Darren Goki with his first pitch of the third, and it's in there for a strike. Goki, 1/3 of an inning so far. And a line drive to short. And this one misses upstairs. Good to see Goki back out on the mound. He missed some time with injury. Don't want to overdo it with the elbow problem he's coming back from. 1-1. There's a drive down the left field line, and that one is pulled foul. Very likely we'll see Colin Sepulveda re-enter. He also does some pitching. That could be the main reason that he has come out now.
It could be a tool that TBC is planning to use later on in the game, trying to keep this lead.
Ball and 2 strikes, and that one down in the dirt. Twins lead Detroit 4-3 now in the 11th. Kansas City 11-5 over the Mets. That is in the 7th. High pop foul and out of play. Reds 5-0 over the White Sox in the 6th. And the Blue Jays 5-1 over the Rockies in the third. Goki with a 2-2. Breaking ball, got him. A foul tip. Gifford holds on, and that's out number one. 2 two-run homers for Trinity Baptist in that big 6-run second inning. David Hickey straight away center, and Colin Sepulveda down the left field line that none of us actually saw, and it landed over the fence. And a strike called. Steelier, we could see him give the signal like he had no idea where the ball was. We lost sight of it ourselves, but it gave the Eagles a 2-run lead. That one is fouled into the mitt. No balls, 2 strikes. And Darren Goki's looking really sharp out there right now.
Yeah, he's feeling comfortable on the mound, not afraid of the hitters that he's facing.
This one misses low. Ball and 2 strikes. Goki takes a long look. And gets a high pop-up, shallow center. Burke and Lafferty. It'll be Burke reaching over Lafferty and making the catch, and almost a 3-man collision.
That's never fun to see. Thankfully, it didn't happen.
Aaron Goki now 1 full inning of work. And he's gotten all 3 men he's faced. Here's Jonathan Mastelier, who walked and scored in the second. Good idea to keep him off the bases. We know his speed. He showed it off a few times already. Breaking ball misses.
He is a base threat. Can't really hit well, but when he's on base, he's a massive threat defensively.
And this one a fastball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Granado, the leadoff man, on deck. Goki trying to worry about him next inning. Here's a 2-0. Fastball outside. Elvin Granado's already doubled twice and scored twice and driven in 2. He's waiting for a chance with a man on base. The 3-0. And that one's ball 4. Mastelier even thought that was a strike. He didn't even go.
He really thought that was in the zone. The result, he walks to first. Now that restarts the order to number 7, shortstop Elvin Granado.
Granado, after a pitch like that wasn't called strike 3, his last time up, hit a 1-hopper off the fence to drive in 2. Very fast man at first. And Granado drills one into left.
Oh!
The ball's going to be caught by Lafferty. A terrific catch. The defensive play of the day thus far, and Lafferty robs Granado, his former teammate, of a base hit. A 2-out walk, nothing else. We go to the bottom of the third with the Eagles leading 7-5. 7-5 TBC as we start the bottom of the third. It will be Logan McGann, Drew Gifford, and Jacob Burke. And Lucas, a terrific play by Parker Lafferty to end that top of the third.
He dove in at the right time, at the right moment, just before the ball was about to hit the grass. Result of a 3 outs.
Antonio Raleigh will get his first start to an inning. He came in, got the final out. And now he's going to face McGann, Gifford, and Burke. And here is Lucas Spee.
Logan McGann scored already with the triple in third. Now facing Antonio Raleigh. First time. First pitch to McGann. Result of a strike just into the zone.
McGann tripled to start that big second inning.
Strike 2 called. Just high enough into the strike zone. Swing, but a foul ball. Pitch count stays the same at 0 balls, 2 strikes.
One thing about Raleigh, his motion is a lot quicker than the other Atlantis pitchers we've seen today.
It'll take time for the TBC hitters to readjust, as that third pitch is the result of a ball just outside.
Both Rodriguez and Rondon slow deliveries, but Raleigh, once he starts his motion, that ball gets on you quickly.
Swing and a foul ball as a result.
Ball and 2 strikes. Logan McGann starting the bottom of the third.
Was about to swing. Saw that ball just dip. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Swing and a miss for Logan McGann as the ball rose out of the zone. Chased it. Strike 3. 1 out.
And we could see the look on his own face. He knew he chased one upstairs. Helped out the pitcher, and now there's one away.
That brings him the catcher, number 19, Drew Gifford, who's already scored today.
He reached on the error. That ground ball drove in a run. Opened a door for the Eagles' big inning. Also stole a base. Ended up scoring a second run of that big second inning.
1 ball, no strikes. And a late call by the umpire. Strike 1. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Gifford. That's strike 2.
Raleigh's also the hardest thrower we've seen for Atlantis this afternoon.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Just out of the zone for ball 2.
There's a man loosening up in the Atlanteans bullpen. Can't quite see who right now.
Contact to left field. And caught.
And Mustelier, with his speed, got on his horse, kept that ball off the ground for out number 2. 2 outs for Jacob Burke.
Two outs. Bottom of the third. Awaiting the pitch. Contact to left field once again. It's going. It's going in. It's gone. Jacob Burke, another home run. That's the 3rd home run today for Trinity Baptist College. Twice into left field, over the head of the left fielder, and that results of another run score for Trinity Baptist College. The score is 8-5. That is the first hit and run scored for Jacob Burke today.
And Jacob Burke, a line drive. I wasn't sure if it had enough height to it, but it did, and just did clear the left field fence. Burke's first home run and 8th run driven in. Eagles lead now 8-5. Good call, too, Lucas. Gavin Williams at the plate, 2 for 2, an RBI, and 2 runs scored.
First pitch to him is a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. A foul ball.
And Williams very fortunate that ball didn't stick in Sabrino's glove. There's no practicing that. I've heard even major leaguers say it's either catch or don't. There's really no way you can try it. Practice.
Just gotta hope and pray that's coming into your glove. High fastball. Ball 1 is the call.
Eagles have homered 3 times in this game, 8 total now on the season.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Gavin Williams. That's ball 2.
7 different Eagles have now homered this season. Williams has 2 of them.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball goes outside once again for ball 3.
And if he can reach, Hickey would bat next.
Contact but foul. Keeps the pitch count the same at 3-2. Swing and a miss for Gavin Williams. That's strike. That's 2 strikeouts for Raleigh today. That's 3 outs. That closes the 3rd inning. We waltz into the 4th as Trinity Baptist has now secured their lead 8-5 with Jacob Burke scoring a homer. We'll be right back.
Darren Goki, 1 1/3 innings. He's about to start the top of the 4th. He's allowed 1 walk, but nothing else. And he has a 3-run lead. Goki is the pitcher of record at this point for TBC. But he has a tough batting order to face. 2, 3, and 4, Suarez, Vasallo, and Rodriguez. Every one of these Atlanteans can swing the bats very well. Goki's first pitch, breaking ball for a strike. Eagles have hit 3 home runs. Don't rest on that. 1 strike pitch. There's a ground ball down the left field line. That ball is fair. Suarez around first, heading on into second with a leadoff double.
TBC outfielders acted like it was going to be a foul ball, but a fair ball was called just late. The result was a double for him.
We told you these guys can swing the bat. Now Jonathan Vasallo at the plate.
Vasallo, a huge threat in the previous game, hasn't had great opportunities today, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have it.
He has driven in a run with a ground ball. Was hit by a pitch as last time. RBI opportunity. And Goki's first pitch is in there for a strike. No balls, one strike. Goki delivers, and a good swing and a foul back. Right now, Goki throwing the ball as hard as we've seen him all season, coming back from that elbow problem. Nothing in two. Fastball must have been outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Quick check of the runner. And the 1-2. High pop up on the infield. McGann shades his eyes and makes the catch. This high, bright blue sky, it is difficult to find the baseball.
No, but as you saw, Burke used his glove to shadow the sun so he can keep an eye on the ball, and as the ball was just about to come, he caught it. Great concentration. That brings up number 22, Giovanni Rodriguez.
Hit by a pitch and a walk. No official at bat. Did have 2 hits in game 1 and drove in a run. Takes the first pitch in the dirt. The Eagles will have Hickey, Fernandez, and Ross 2 up in the bottom half. That's 3-4-5. Fastball misses outside for ball 2. Runner at second, 1 out, 8-5 TBC. Atlantis batting in the top of the 4th. And this one misses outside. That's ball 3. Goki hasn't fallen behind many hitters. You don't want to groove one to Rodriguez. He's taken all the way, but that pitch was right at the knees. Good pitch with 3-0.
Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch from Goki. Contact. Center field. Running and stop. Runner stop at third.
Jacob Burke came in quickly, got the ball in, kept Suarez from trying to score. But a base hit for Rodriguez. If that had been the tying run, I think we would have seen Suarez go for it.
No, that is for sure.
Down by 3, you don't want to take too many chances, especially with the bats these guys have. Henry Estrada at the plate. He's walked twice. First and third, 1 out. And Goki almost uncorked a wild pitch.
Good reflex from Drew Gifford. Just keeping that ball in front of him. Not getting that ball behind.
One ball, no strikes. Middle infielder playing for 2, and this one is upstairs. Ross, the third baseman, is in front of the bag, and of course Hickey holding the runner at first. Ground ball could end the inning. Ball 3. Goki has fallen behind 2 straight hitters. Last one singled. Three balls, no strikes. Estrada doesn't want to walk. He wants to hit. But he's going to walk. The ball gets by Gifford, and a run will score. That's ball 4 and a wild pitch, allowing Suarez to cross. It is now 8-6.
It's the third walk for Estrada today. I mean, as a hitter, you want to hit the ball, but you can't be satisfied for walking. There's a timeout called for Trinity Baptist.
That's going to be it for Darren Goki. Did a very nice job, but again, haven't gone a long time without pitching. Lost the zone, and he will leave with a 2-run lead, but the tying run's on base. Colin Sepulveda takes over. We'll tell you about him in just a moment here on TBC Eagles. Colin Sepulveda re-enters as we predicted earlier. He's now the pitcher, which means Zachary Ross is out of the game. Sepulveda has to go back into the same batting order. And now playing third, not in the lineup as far as batting goes, is Daniel Marinacci. Sepulveda inherits 2 men on, 1 out. With the Eagles leading 8-6, he will face Orlando Barrato, who was lined out twice. First pitch from Sepulveda. High pop up and out of play. Darren Goki, 1 2/3 innings. No runs, or checked out 1 run, but he is responsible for the runners on. The 0-1, and this one is outside. Goki walked 2 and struck out 1. He is the pitcher of record should the lead hold true. A ball and a strike. And this one is popped up and out of play. Sepulveda throwing some hard BBs right here, Lucas.
Oh, he's throwing a lot of fastballs up the middle, confusing the hitters for sure. But with 1 ball and 2 strikes, can be a threat.
He's trying to hold the runner close. And this one's low and inside and gets away, and that'll be a wild pitch charged to Sepulveda. And now the tying runs are both in scoring position.
You don't want to get your opposing team, that opportunity to score. And especially at this score at 8-6 with 2 runners on, Sepulveda needs to get a double play here.
Well, it's a lot harder to do now without that force out. He does have 2 strikes. Getting strike 3 would be huge. Here's a 1-2. There's a looper down a right field line. That is a fair ball. Both runs will score. Barrato on his way to second. Another bloop 2-run double by an Atlantis batter. This one ties the game.
That ball came off the bat a little late, but it curled right into right field. Again, twice in a row we've seen that on the line as a fair ball. It brings in both runners that we just said. Now it's tied the game 8-8.
2 wild pitches and a walk helped set it up. And Barrato just cued that one right down the line. The ball hit fair. Runners read it well. And we are tied 8-8. Goki can no longer win it. And Luis Rondon can no longer lose it. First pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So now it is Sepulveda against Raleigh. And there's a line drive, base hit. Here's Barrato around third. He will score, and the Atlanteans have regained the lead with 4 runs in the top of the 4th.
The Atlanteans, they have shown their talent. They've shown their comfortability. They've shown that no matter the situation, they'll somehow come back. I mean, we've seen it last game when they were down 2 outs and still scored. They were down 2 runs. Now they're able to score again.
And now lead 9-8 with Eric Moreno at the plate. Runner at first, 1 out. High pop up over the third base dugout and out of play. No balls and a strike. Moreno has walked, scored a run, and flied to center. Takes this one low and outside. Eagles will have Hickey, Fernandez, and Sepulveda due up in the bottom of the 4th. And Sepulveda re-entering in the number 5 hole. And a strike called. It's 1-2. The Atlanteans can hit, but they got those two bloopers that just did fall inside the line, resulting in 4 runs. One in the second inning, and now one in the fourth that tied the game. And then the solid base hit by Sobrino a moment ago. That gave Atlantis back the lead. They led 5-1, Trinity Baptist, then led 8-5. Now it's 9-8 Atlantis. And another one just missing the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throw over to first, and Sobrino is back. Actually, not Sobrino, the courtesy runner. Carlos Junco wearing number 5. We saw him do that when Sobrino reached base earlier today in game number 1. He's on the move. The pitch is in the dirt. He's out. Don't throw because the runner was on first. That is a strikeout if they get it right. Now, we've seen the umpires call these wrong on this field this year. The batter should be out because first base was occupied. It is a stolen base for Junco.
At least the umpire made the right call, calling the runner out. That brings up number 1, Jonathan Musler. The left fielder has scored twice, walked twice. But again, we have seen him. He is a massive threat when on base.
He has walked both times. There's a high chopper to Marinacci to throw to first. They got him.
Wow.
Marinacci with a bullet of a throw, getting a super fast Mustelier at first. What a play to end the inning. Honestly, Lucas, I thought there was no way they were going to get the speedster Jonathan Mustelier, but like I said, a bullet of a throw. However, Atlantis scores 4 times and regains a lead 9-8 as TBC comes to bat in the bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th as number 34, David Hickey, comes up to the plate. He's already had a homer today, has walked once, as he faces Rowley once again. Scores 9-8.
Raleigh now the pitcher of record for Atlantis. He has a 1-run lead.
Check swing strike.
Raleigh has pitched 1 1/3 so far. He's been charged with 1 run.
Strike number 2 called for David Hickey.
What a throw by Daniel Marinacci.
That was incredible.
Hickey taps this one foul. David Hickey, a 2-run homer in the second, his last time up, walked his first time. Eagles came back from a 5-run deficit in the second, now trailing by 1. Still some baseball left to be played. And that one misses upstairs. Antonio Raleigh, a ball and 2 strikes. And tried to push that one and got it up behind the hitter. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hickey back in the box. And that one is ball 3. Last couple of pitches, Raleigh just looked a little uncomfortable while making the delivery, like he pushed both of them.
I think he's very uncomfortable with the hitter David Hickey. Was his first time at bat and scored the homer. Could be having a little yips.
And that one misses up and in. That's ball 4. First man that Raleigh has walked. Second time Hickey has gotten a free pass. Brings up Jordan Fernandez. No official at bat, a hit batsman and a walk, but he scored a run in the big second inning. Hickey at first. Doesn't do a whole lot of running. He does represent the tying run. In fact, Hickey has not even tried to steal a base this season. First pitch is a strike. This ball's laced down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Hickey will round second on his way to third. They're going to hold him up right there, and Fernandez pulls into second with a double. That ball hugged the line. Might have been just barely inside the bag. The Eagles are in business. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second. Nobody out, and Colin Sepulveda at the plate. He has 3 RBIs, 1 on a bases-loaded hit batsman, 1 on a 2-run homer. And now a chance to at least tie the score. Get the ball into the outfield.
Great hit from Jordan Fernandez. Now advanced 2 runners in scoring position. Now he's giving Colin Sepulveda the opportunity. Wait.
The ball got away, but not very far. Good job by Sepulveda holding up the runner at third. Sepulveda trying to bring home the run that would get him off the hook. He's the pitcher of record now for TBC. 9-8 Atlantis leads. Eagles batting in the bottom of the 4th. And that one's in there for a strike. All 4 infielders in, trying to keep the run from scoring. A ball and a strike to Sepulveda. High fly ball. Will score at least 1. Going back, making the catch is Estrada. Hickey will tag. He will score. Fernandez on his way to third. A sacrifice fly for Sepulveda. His 4th RBI of the game, and we're tied 9-9. Good piece of hitting by Sepulveda. Get the ball into the outfield, and he came pretty close to doing even more damage.
He came very close, but, the 1 out is okay for the TBC. They've gotten their tying run. Now they got their leading run on third base.
And Laffrey at the plate. He is 1 for 2. And grounds this one right to the third baseman, and a good play by Gianni Rodriguez. 1 step to his left. Makes a good throw. Laffrey hit the ball sharply, but Rodriguez made the play. 2 outs. Seth Reeves at the plate. The infield can now back up. Can't blame Parker. He hit the ball pretty hard.
He hit the ball hard and well, just right into the third baseman's glove.
And the ball gets away. Here comes Fernandez. A throw to the plate. It is not in time. And the Eagles have regained the lead. Raleigh had trouble holding on to the ball. They might have had that out at the plate.
Oh, they probably had it indeed. They just lost the grip of the ball in the glove. And so much clay was just scattered. But that brought in the scoring run for Jordan Fernandez. Now the score is now TBC has the lead 10-9.
Well, these two teams, you talk about last night's 19-15 and now 10-9. These two teams putting some runs on the board. Game 1 was 7-3. Slugfests galore here in this series. 2 balls, no strikes to Reeves. This one is hit pretty sharply towards first, but Vasallo can't pick it up. He had a second chance. He had the ball in his glove and lost it as he tried to find the bag. That'll be an error on the first baseman. Brings up Logan McGann.
It's just an infield error. Vasallo should have grabbed the ball with both hands. He thought he felt comfortable with one glove. But that, as a result, has Seth Reeves now safe at first.
And Logan McGann at the plate. A triple, a run scored, and a strikeout. Takes the first pitch inside. 10-9 Eagles lead. Back and forth. This game is gone. And that one is a strike. Evens up at 1-1. Reeves 5 for 7 in stolen base attempts. Has a very good lead, and he's on the move. They throw to first, and they're going to get him trying to get to second. A pickoff and a caught stealing. That ends the inning. So McGann will lead off in the 5th. But the Eagles do get 2 runs, leave nobody, and after 4, it's 10-9 TBC. Top of the 5th, Elvin Granado leading off for Atlantis. Colin Sepulveda delivers a first pitch a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And Granado hits one sharply toward third. Marinacci has some trouble with it, and that'll be an error on the third baseman. Don't want to give these guys free base runners.
Now they'll take every opportunity they can to score, and with the lead, with TBC leading by 1 run, they'll take that.
Brings up Justin Suarez. 2 for 3, 2 steals, and 2 runs. Tries to bunt and fouls this one off. He would have had himself a base hit. He was not sacrificing. Hid that one very well. So Granado will head back to first. Suarez will pick up the bat. No balls and a strike. That'll draw Marinacci in a little closer at third. Granado, good speed at first. And a throw over, very close. Runner back just in time. No balls and a strike. Bunt shown again, but this one's in the dirt. Counts even at 1-1. Granado is 9 for 12, and he has a good lead. Not going this time, but the pitch gets away. That will be a passed ball charged to Gifford. So an error and a passed ball puts the potential tying run at second base. Nobody out, and a count of 2-1 to Suarez. Two balls and a strike. And that one is in there for strike two. Both teams have used many pitchers throughout this series. The 2-2. There's a drive into center field. Burke makes the catch. Granado bluffs, and he'll stop there. So one out. And guess who's up?
Jonathan Basalio.
Basalio, RBI ground ball, hit batsman, and a pop-up. Tying run at second, one out. Eagles will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the fifth. Sepulveda turns, throws to second. You don't have to make the throw to second. Granado was back before Sepulveda let go of the ball.
Just trying to keep that runner close to the base as much as possible.
Pitch to Basalio. Ground ball into center, a base hit. Granado will score as the ball gets away from Burke, and we're tied 10-10. RBI single and an unearned run.
Basalio, such a lethal hitter, not only when it comes to home runs, but now as a base hitter as well.
Just made the contact that brought home the run. His second of the game. And earlier today, he drove in 3, and last night he drove in 4. Gianni Rodriguez at the plate. Runner at first, one out. Tying run has scored.
Quick catch from Drew Gifford. Make sure that ball doesn't go past him.
I thought the ball had hit Rodriguez, but umpire says no. One ball, no strikes. And a strike called. Right now, Antonio Raleigh off the hook, as we're tied 10-10. Counts 1-1. And a breaking ball that Rodriguez flinched at but held up in time. 2 balls and a strike. Both teams should have their closers available. Garcia for Atlantis and Billings for TBC. There's a chopper, foul down the left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gianni Rodriguez at the plate.
Both teams will be hoping to have their closers in a nice, comfortable lead, hoping that both teams have a securing lead.
Well, right now, it's unpredictable.
At the moment, yeah, it is. Can go into 9 innings at this point.
Sepulveda, the 2-2. And that one hits the batter on top of the helmet. And there are 2 on with 1 out.
A little waddle from Rodriguez, the first.
He laughs that one off. hustles on down to first. Go-ahead run is at second now in Vasallo. Henry Estrada at the plate. Sepulveda in a little bit of a mess. One out and a pitch. And he hits Estrada with a fastball right between the ones. So 2 consecutive hit batsmen have loaded the bases. There's been only 1 hit in this inning. Remember the 3-run second inning, only 1 hit then as well.
The timeout called by the head coach of Trinity Baptist. Going to talk to Colin Sepulveda, seeing what might happen.
That's going to put Vasallo at third and Rodriguez at second with Estrada at first. And only Vasallo got himself a base hit. Granado led off, reaching on an error, advanced on a passed ball, then scored on Vasallo's base hit up the middle. And that's going to be it for Sepulveda. Nate Nogueras comes in. We'll tell you about Nogueras in a moment here on TBC Eagles. Nate Nogueras, the 5th Eagles pitcher, makes his 6th appearance, all in relief. No wins, 1 loss, 1 save, 4 2/3 total innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 6. Bases loaded, 1 out. Colin Sepulveda moves back to third base. Daniel Marinacci has come out of the game. Nogueras not in the batting order. He'll finish up his warm-up tosses and then face Orlando Barado, who had that bloop 2-run double that hit just beyond the infield dirt and brought home a couple of runs in the 4th. He is 1 for 3. Granado did almost the same thing in the 2nd to bring home 2 runs then. So Nogueras working from the stretch with the bases loaded. First pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes. First ball game went by pretty quickly. This one's taking a while. 10-10 in the 5th. There's a chopper foul. And Coach Vasquez couldn't make the play. Of course, he's not wearing a glove, so we won't charge him for an error.
No.
Sepulveda is responsible for the 3 men on base. 2 runs, 1 earned in 1 inning pitched. 1-1. And strike called at the top of the zone. Be great to get strike 3 here.
One more out to close this inning.
Double play ball would be even better. Reeves him again, back looking to turn two. Swing and a miss. Barato really helped him out. That ball was in the dirt, and there are two away. Not out of it yet because Ray Sabrino is up next. He had an RBI single his last time up. And Naguris with his first pitch in the dirt, blocked by Gifford. Two outs. Infield can back it up. Hickey way back at first. Sepulveda behind the bag at third. A force at any of the four bases. That one is in the dirt. One ball, no strikes. Naguris got the strikeout. Now trying to get Sabrino to end the inning. And the pitch. Got the call at the bottom of the zone. Honestly, I couldn't tell from up here. Counts 1-1. Ground ball, pulled foul. Would have cleared the bases.
Thank goodness it didn't.
Two balls, two strikes. I had missed one of the balls earlier in the at-bat. Naguris trying to end this potential rally with just the one run scoring. He has a count of 2-2. There's a grounder into center field over the head of Reeves. One run is in. Here's another man around third. He will score a two-run single for Ray Sabrino. He will take second on the throw, and Atlantis leads 12-10.
That was great contact from the hitter. Just over the head once again. Has two runs scored. The third runner stopped at third, and an RBI double for him. The score has changed to 12-10
It
now.
goes as a single and taking second on the throw. Both runs unearned. Estrada at third. Naguris misses with the fastball. He was one strike away from ending the inning. And now Atlantis leads 12-10. That ball took a big hop. Reeves looked like he was about to make the play. The 1-0. That's a ground ball into left field. One run is in. Another man around third. Throw to second is not in time.
Two more runs have scored for Atlantis. Another great hit to left field. Drive. And that's a result, another RBI double for Atlantis. The score is now changed 14-0 with two outs, top of the fifth. They've scored 5 runs in the fifth inning right now.
And this brings up Jonathan Mastelier. And Naguris' pitch is in there for a strike. That goes as an error on the third baseman off the bat of Moreno. No RBIs credited. 4-run lead now for Atlantis. Two very costly errors in this inning. One ball, no strikes. Atlanteans have batted around. A high fly ball. This one is foul.
We've talked about the opportunities that anytime we give them, or TBC gives Atlantis the opportunity to be on base, they'll take every opportunity to score, and they've had 5 times already this inning.
Ball and a strike. Eagles bats are going to have to keep going in the bottom half of the inning. Now trailing by 4. There's a grounder towards third. That is a fair ball. Another run will score. Mustelier has himself a double. Another ball took a funny hop on Sepulveda right down the line. And it is 15-10.
6 runs have scored now in the 5th inning. Atlantis is unpenetrable when it comes to being on plate, when stepping up to the plate. Now that brings up Elvin Granado, who's already scored 3 times today, who's had 2 doubles now.
One of those earlier this inning reached on an error to start this rally and scored a run. 6 runs are in. And a strike from Naguras.
All Trinity Baptist needs is 3 more strikes.
Look is closed on Sepulveda. 1 inning, 5 runs, 3 earned. Hop up to the right side. Hickey makes the catch to retire the side. However, damage done. 6 runs, 3 hits, 2 very costly errors, and 1 man left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It is 15-10 Atlantis. Eagles now find themselves trailing 15-10 after a 6-run rally in the top of the 5th by Atlantis. 8, 9, and 1 due up. McGann, Gifford, and Burke. Antonio Raleigh, 2 1/3 innings. He's allowed 3 runs, 2 earned, and the first pitch to McGann is fouled right off his foot. Raleigh has allowed just 2 hits, one of those a double. He has walked 1. He has struck out 2. And that one is upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. McGann, a triple, a run scored, and a strikeout. He was at the plate when Reeves was picked off to end the inning. That one is fouled down the right side and out of play. It was a great guess by Raleigh. Reeves took off. Raleigh threw to first, and they got Reeves at second. The 1-2 is well outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the Eagles erased a 5-run deficit earlier in the game. Now they need to do the same here in the bottom of the 5th. There's a well-hit ball into left center. That ball's on the ground. McGann has himself a double. He's going to stop right there. Don't want to take chances. And a good job by Justin Mastelier to get the ball in quickly.
McGann just hits it into the gap, right in the sweet spot, gets him in the double. Now scoring opportunity.
And Drew Gifford at the plate brought home a run in the second with a ground ball and fly to left. McGann now with a triple and a double. And Garcia is walking down to the bullpen. We can bet if TBC puts on any kind of a threat, we'll see Garcia. And this one is upstairs. Garcia got his 10th save of the season last night. Trinity Baptist came back from down 11 to pull to within 1. Garcia shut the door. Atlantis then got 3 unearned runs in the 9th for a 19-15 win. Atlantis won game 1 today, 7-3, and lead 15-10 in the final game of the series. Ball and a strike. And Gifford foul tips this one right into the mitt. After Gifford, the top of the order. Ball and 2 strikes. And this one is upstairs. Of course, the Eagles still have Ryan Ongst available. Graham Gorman off the bench, among others.
They got power hitters on the bench, but do you think they can warm up fast enough for this team's?
And we're going to have a pickoff and a throw to third. If he stepped off the rubber legally, then that's a legal play. And they will get McGann off second base.
That's just unfortunate. McGann just steps off too quickly, and the pitcher suddenly realized what happened, and that was the result of the pickoff.
That is the second man to be picked off by Raleigh in consecutive innings. That takes away a big base runner and an out for the Eagles. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gifford. And that one misses up and away. They missed calling a balk because Raleigh did not step off the mound. I just looked at the replay. Atlantis caught a big break as Gifford is out on strikes. Raleigh lifted the leg and threw to an unoccupied third base. That should have been called a balk, but wasn't. He did not step off the rubber. Now Burke with a home run last time up. And that one is a strike. That was a big missed call by the base umpire and the plate umpire. There's a ground ball towards third. Backhanded by Rodriguez. The throw is in the dirt, gets away. And Burke will pull on into second. Now, you can't assume everything would have happened exactly as had, but that missed balk call may have cost the Eagles a run.
It's possible, but you don't rely on mistakes or what should happen in baseball. You have to take the opportunities that you have, the calls that you have, and you got to use it to your advantage. Now, at the same time, that is his 3rd mistake now at first base.
This is Nate Naguris, who is in the batting order. I didn't catch earlier for Gavin Williams in the number 2 hole.
It is a little shocking because Gavin Williams has scored twice already today.
And that one is upstairs. Of course, Naguris now the pitcher. Burke reaches on an error, a 2-base error. He's at second. 2 outs. And now the pitch. And that one is high and tight. Naguris, his first at bat. Chance to drive and a run. And that one is outside. Nagurus hitting .205 with 8 runs batted in. I thought for a moment that Raleigh did not step off the mound, but I checked the YouTube feed and they should have called a balk on that. That is ball 4 to Nate Nagurus. He's aboard. 2 on, 2 out for David Hickey. And time called as TBC has 2 base runners on with their number 3 man at the plate who has homered today. Conference on the mound. And Basayo and Sobrino head back to their positions. Hickey has walked twice and homered. He has scored 2 runs and driven in 2. And now Garcia starting to throw in the Atlantis bullpen. He'd just been standing around watching. And the first pitch to Hickey is up and in.
Almost made contact with David Hickey.
Jordan Fernandez, next scheduled hitter. Hickey takes a strike. And a strike called, and Hickey's down in the count 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch. That one gets away. Both runners will advance. Hickey now with an even count of 2-2. Wild pitch. That ball well out of the zone.
This is a good opportunity for Trinity Baptist College to take their lead back, but close enough. They got 2 runners now in scoring position.
Be a big lift to get even just these 2 home. Hickey drills one in the left field, a base hit. Burke is in. Here comes Nagurus. He will score. David Hickey, a 2-run single, and it is 15-12. That 2-out walk to Nagurus turns into a pair of runs. And now Jordan Fernandez is at the plate. And again, even if you don't get any more, makes it a little closer for the 7th inning. Fernandez with a chopper right off his foot. That's a foul ball. David Hickey, RBIs 3 and 4 on the day. 14 and 15 on the season. No balls and a strike to Fernandez. He's been hit by a pitch, walked, and doubled, and scored twice. Oof. And he chases one outside the zone, and he's down 0-2.
It's pitches like that are so lethal for a hitter.
Potential tying run is in the on-deck circle in Colin Sepulveda. Hickey, modest lead off first. That ball's in the dirt. Still trailing by 3. Don't want to take too many chances on the base paths. Garcia has stopped throwing in the bullpen. Most likely means he's ready to come in at any moment.
Where he gets the green light, he will come in.
High pop-up, shallow left field, Mastelier and Granado. It'll be Mastelier making the catch to retire the side. Eagles, though, get 2 runs on 2 hits. And an error. They leave 1. We go to the 7th. Or check that, the 6th. It is 15-12. we're going to the sixth, and for some reason I was feeling like that was the sixth inning, but this is now the sixth inning. Nate Naguris gets ready to start the inning. He will face Suarez, Vasallo, and Rodriguez. TBC came back with 2 unearned runs in the bottom of the fifth, and the slugfest continues. Suarez has scored 2 of the 15 Atlantis runs. That ball's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. And my score sheet, Lucas, starting to look like a bingo card.
Sometimes I wish it was a bingo card.
My wife and I, my son, we'll go play bingo Tuesday nights in Mandarin. That is if I don't have a TBC game. There's a ground ball that McGann cannot handle, an ill-advised throw to first. That'll be an error on the Eagles shortstop. Should have held on to that one. He had no chance of getting Suarez after the bobble.
Rare to see a mistake, especially from McGann today. He's been playing phenomenally well today. I mean, one mistake's one, but this is the time where you cannot make any more mistakes.
Especially with Vasallo at the plate. He has driven in 2 in this game. And the first pitch is driven well towards left center field. This ball is gone.
Oh my goodness.
It is his 4th home run of the series. And the Atlanteans get those 2 runs right back.
I mean, we were just talking about him. I mean, he is such a lethal hitter. Drives, power, and now depth. I mean, that is his 4th home run already this series. 3rd home run today. 1st home run of the game today. And now the score has changed 17-12 with 2 runs to score now in the 6th inning for Atlantis.
He homered twice in game 1 today. Got one last night. He now has 11 RBIs in this series. Gianni Rodriguez is at the plate. Suarez's run is unearned, but it counts just as much. And a strike called. Four home runs in the series for Jonathan Vasallo. And that pitch was below his knees. He took a 3-iron to the plate and hit it a long way.
Well, it's as if, like, when he sees the pitch that he wants, he's going to swing no matter what. And he just so calm and collective.
Ball and a strike. And there's a tapper off the plate. Naguris charges, fields, throws in time.
That puts out number 1 in the 6th inning.
Eagles will have 5, 6, and 7 to up in the bottom half. That'll be Sepulveda, Laffrey, and Reeves. Not sure if they'll see Raleigh or Garcia. Garcia has stopped throwing. Here's Henry Estrada. He has no official at-bats. 3 walks and a hit batsman, but he has scored twice. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Nothing in 1 from Naguris. And this one is fouled off. Trinity Baptist will go to Thomas University this Tuesday afternoon. Doubleheader will start at 4 p.m. There's a tapper pulled toward the Eagles dugout. If you go to our schedule page, scroll down to the Thomas doubleheader on April 16th, you'll be able to click on live stats and live video. Then we're home against Bob Jones University next Friday and Saturday, April 19th and 20th. But the Friday night game will be played at Oakleaf High School. You'll see the address on the schedule page. And that one is low and inside. Now, if, this isn't 100%, but if I'm able to get a good setup and good weather, I do plan to stream that game on Friday night at Oakleaf High School. Of course, the Saturday doubleheader, we'll be right back here on the home field, and we'll bring that to you. There's one lifted into center field. Jacob Burke makes the catch.
Good concentration from Burke. Getting underneath that ball for an easy catch. Registers 2 outs now. Top of the 6th.
2 outs for Orlando Barato. He had a 2-run double in the 4th. He is 1 for 4. And that one hits Barato, and he's on base.
It's going to be costly mistakes like that for Trinity Baptist College. It's going to take them a long time to retake their lead.
The final home games of the season are on Monday, April 22nd. The rescheduled doubleheader from earlier against Ave Maria, starting at 1 p.m. We're not sure yet about streaming because that's during the school day. We'll have to get together and see if we can plan that one out. If so, it would be Lucas bringing you at least the first game, and then I can join him for game number 2. That's Monday, April 22nd. And Trinity Baptist will end the regular season with a 4-game series at South Region rival Toccoa Falls College. Line drive hit hard down the right side. Ray Sabrino has driven in 3 with a pair of base hits. He's also scored 1. Well, his courtesy runner, Carlos Junco, scored that run. This one's rolled into center field, found an open hole and a base hit. Barato will stop at second, and Lucas, another 2-out rally. Looks like it's in the works.
You can't tell Atlantis that they're almost done when they have 2 outs. They'll fight until the last inch.
Inning started with an error, then the 2-run homer by Vasallo. A ground out and a fly out, then a walk and a single. And now Eric Moreno's at the plate. He scored twice. And time called. Coach Broden out to the mound. That might be it for Naguras. Eagles will have 5, 6, and 7 due up. But first, they need to get this final out of the top of the 6th. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in a moment. You're watching TBC Eagles Baseball on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. The new pitcher is right-hander Drew Billings, making his 11th appearance, all in relief. He has won 4, lost 3, and saved 2. He has pitched 14 1/3 innings, 19 hits, 11 runs, 6 of them earned. He has walked 4 and struck out 17. He inherits runners at first and second with 2 outs. His job is to get this final out and give TBC another opportunity in the bottom of the 6th. Nate Naguras, 1 1/3, 4 runs, 1 earned, but he's responsible for 2 men on base. Action in the Atlantis bullpen. I believe that is Garcia getting ready once again, if I'm seeing that correctly. Antonio Raleigh is the pitcher of record for Atlantis, and Colin Sepulveda for TBC. Eric Moreno at the plate. He doesn't have a hit, but he has 2 runs. And a first pitch from Billings. Drops down from the side and gets the strike. No balls and a strike. And Billings delivers. Submarine this time, and a line drive towards third, right at Sepulveda, who actually left his feet twice to make the play. Ball kind of knuckled on him a little bit, and that ends the inning. A 2-run homer from Jonathan Vasallo, his 4th of the series. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 17-12 Atlantis. New pitcher for Atlantis, hard-throwing right-hander Dario Olivares, who got a win in relief last night because the starting pitcher did not go the required 5 innings, and Olivares picked up the win with a late appearance last night. And then Garcia got the save. Olivares will make his 13th appearance. He has started 1 time, 19 1/3 innings, 25 hits, 21 runs, 18 earned. He has walked 15 and struck out 16, and he has fanned 7.5 men per 9 innings. He's allowed 1 home run. Colin Sepulveda leads off for the Eagles. He has driven in 4, 2 of those with a home run, 1 with a sac fly, 1 with a bases loaded hit by pitch. 1 ball, no strikes, and this one misses inside. No, he called that a strike, a very late call. Sepulveda had hopped out of the way, but it's now 1-1. There's a 1-1, and a breaking ball misses. Two balls and a strike. And Olivares delivers, and this one is fouled off. Bottom of the 6th. The Eagles had led 9-8. They'd led 8-5. Actually trailed 9-8, then retook the lead 10-9. Now trail 17-12. And the 2-2. And that's a blooper down the right field line. This ball's going to drop. It is foul. Well, Atlantis got a couple of them like that. Both land fair for a total of 4 runs. But Sepulveda, not as fortunate.
It's just so unlucky for us.
So he'll grab the bat. It's 2-2. Thought for a moment that would land fair, but nope. Kept slicing away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Olivares delivers and bounces one to fill the count. No other changes for Atlantis, and they haven't made a single defensive change or pinch hitting appearance in the series.
They just have lots of faith to their players.
There's a chopper right at Vasallo, an easy play for the out.
Atlantis has one thing, and that's faith in their players to get themselves out of a hole. And that's one thing that's been so consistent throughout the defense and offense.
And Parker Lafferty at the plate, 1 for 3, and you're right about the consistency. The only changes have been to the pitchers. The defense, a couple of errors, but they've been very good, and they've swung the bats exceptionally well. Here's Lafferty. First pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike. Wind still blowing out over the right center field fence. Lafferty started to go and then held up in time. Many times we've seen the wind change directions throughout the day. It has been very consistent. The only changes are how hard it's been blowing. But it's been blowing out in the same direction all day long. A ball and a strike to Lafferty. And that one got the inner half of the plate for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And strike 3 called at the knees. 2 quick outs by Olivares. And it brings up Seth Reeves, who's had a tough day at the plate. Nothing out of 3 in game 2. He did have a base hit and a walk in game 1 and scored a run. 2 outs, base is empty. 9, 1, and 2 due up for Atlantis in the top of the 7th. And a strike. Not a save situation for Olivares, coming in with a 5-run lead. There is a man throwing in the bullpen. And that one dips down low. Doesn't look like Garcia, but I could be wrong. The 1-1. This one's lifted high into left center field, but should be an easy play, and the catch made by Moreno to retire the side. Eagles go down in order in the 6th, and after 6th, 17-12 Atlantis. Seventh inning coming up, 17-12 Atlantis. Lucas, Eagles bats wide awake today, but quieted in the 6th. Alvarez a perfect half inning. And now his team leads by 5 and trying to tack on some more insurance.
Oh yeah, the sixth inning was the first time that TBC has not scored at all this game. They've scored one in the first, six in the seventh, one in the third, and then twice in third and fourth, and then finally 0 times in six. So they have to wake up the bats in the seventh inning, but now they have to hold this lead. They have to hold the score of Atlantis here at 17-12 as they face number one, the left fielder Jonathan Musler, who has walked twice and has scored already.
Of course, Atlantis has had only one scoreless inning as well. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the fourth, 6 in the fifth, and 2 in the sixth.
Contact, but foul ball. Drew Billings still on the mound. So he already has one out last inning.
Got a line drive, softly hit towards third, the only man he's faced so far.
Contact once again for Musler, but a foul ball.
Steelier, an RBI double his last time. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored as well.
Pitch from Billings. Just below the zone for ball one.
Ball and 2 strikes.
And another foul ball by Musler.
Eagles will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the seventh. McGann, Gifford, and Burke. Remember, they still have some bats on the bench available as well, should Coach Broden choose to use them.
This one might be the best opportunity to use them, as the score is 17-12, as they need to start scoring. 1-2 the pitch count. Just a wild pitch passed by the catcher. Ball 2. Two and 2. Gifford looks back and just drops it. Another foul ball again. Pitch count stayed the same.
Well, he had a long way to run. There's a lot of room behind home plate. We can't get every bit of it on the camera. And again, looking up into the sun and trying to pick up the ball, lose the mask, get it out of your way with that equipment on, not an easy play.
Two balls, 2 strikes with no outs as Jonathan Musler at the plate. Strange pitch from Billings, as he usually does a little summary. Went over the top this time, but a ball 3 is a result. Swing and a miss by Musler. That's strikeout number 1 for Drew Billings today.
Good pitch. He got Steelier chasing one right at the top of the zone and one away. And you want to get Granado and Suarez, because if you don't, Billings is going to have to face Vasallo.
It's been very difficult for pitchers today to face Vasallo.
And last night, too.
That is correct. But if he can get out Granado and Suarez early, he won't have to face Vasallo. As the first pitch is a strike into the zone, as Granado has scored 3 times already today, 2 RBIs, and a single.
Pair of doubles. He got one of those bloopers that just fell inside the line.
Contact to center field. Right fielder there, caught. That's out number 2.
That is Jordan Fernandez making the play. 2 quick outs by Billings, and again, you want to get Suarez here and not have to face Vasallo. We'd like to worry about him next season.
Yes, that is the case. As Suarez has already scored 3 times also today.
A single and a double. Reached on an errors last time. And Vasallo swinging that bat in the on-deck circle, looking for one more opportunity. He's hit 4 home runs in this series.
One ball, no strikes for Suarez. Contact. Right. David Hickey goes under. Misses it. Seth Reeves and David Hickey come together. And Suarez slides into first to safe. That's a little error from both Seth Reeves and Hickey. And now we've talked about it. The lethal hitter himself, number 28, Jonathan Basalia, who's already scored a homer today and 2 last game. He's had already 4 home runs this series. And now it's the first time Drew Billings has to face him today.
Might have been a little miscommunication between Hickey and Reeves, and now Vasallo is at the plate.
Wild pitch outside. Griffith just catches it. That's ball number 1 for Drew Billings.
That went down as a base hit for Suarez.
The pitch from Billings. Just into the zone, but outside for ball 2.
I think Vasallo has enjoyed his trip up here from Miami.
I'm sure he has.
4 homers, 11 RBIs.
Contact, left field, but foul ball.
Even one of his 3 outs drove in a run.
He's just a lethal hitter no matter what. You just don't want to give him the time or the energy to swing at that ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Check swing, but strike number 2 is called by the umpire. So that's 2 balls and 2 strikes for Vasallo.
I'd like to see Billings get that slow changeup dropping off the table right here.
Seth throws it to Suarez, who's safe at first. Tries to catch him off guard. Gives more time for Vasallo to rest, awaiting the next pitch to Billings. Run. Swing and a miss by Vasallo. That's strikeout number 2 for Billings. He strikes out Vasallo. That's the first time Vasallo has been striked out today. And that closes the top of the 7th. We enter the bottom of the 7th. The score is 17-12. Atlantis leads.
Last chance for the Eagles, trailing 17-12. We've had a whole lot of runs scored. 19-15, 7-3, and 17-12. Hoping we're not done yet because the Eagles need at least 5 to avoid a loss.
Well, at least 5 to tie the game to go into extra innings and 6 to secure their win.
Logan McGann, Drew Gifford, Jacob Burke, the scheduled hitters. Let me see here. I got an abacus, 19-7. It's 26. 43 runs for Atlantis. 15, 3, and 12. 30 runs for the Eagles. I did that in my head.
That's impressive.
Logan McGann at the plate. He's had a really good ball game. Triple, a double, and a run scored in 3 trips. And he takes this one up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Dario Olivares in relief. There's a ground ball that gets by Granado. And McGann took a huge turnaround first. They're going to throw back, and McGann was able to dive back in safely. Should go as an error on the Atlantis shortstop. And bring up Drew Gifford. He has an RBI ground ball. 0 for 3, but he did reach on an error in the second when he drove in the run and stole the base and scored. Oh, it's Jack Musgrave, I did not notice, is walking up to the plate instead. Musgrave got an at-bat in game 1. 0 for 1. And Musgrave takes the first pitch low. Musgrave getting a lot of encouragement from his teammates in the dugout. Hits one hard into left field. McGann will stop at second. Well, they gave McGann a single on his hit. We'll see how this one gets scored. So put my eraser to work and change that to a knock for McGann. Waiting on the official scoring. That one could have gone either way. It took a little bit of a hop. That'll be a base hit for Jack Musgrave. McGann at second, Musgrave at first. Jacob Burke at the plate, takes ball 1. He has scored twice, one of them on a solo homer. The 1-0. And this one pulled foul. A couple more base runners. You get the tying run in the on-deck circle.
The possibility is not out of reach.
5-run deficit. 2 on, nobody out. Top of the order, Burke at the plate. And a strike called. Back-to-back singles to start the inning from McGann and Musgrave. They're on base. 5-run lead. Atlantis not too worried about the runners. There's a ground ball into center field. That's a hit. McGann rounds third. They will not even make the throw, making sure Musgrave stays at second base. RBI single for Jacob Burke. It is now 17-13.
We got another pinch hitter coming in. Well, substitute hitter.
This will be Ryan Ongst batting for Nate Naguris. Yeah, you were right, pinch hitter. Ongst's first at-bat of the ball game. Hitting .276. He has driven in 13. Game number 1, 1 for 3 and a walk and a run scored. Also drove one in with a double. Took the first pitch low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one is in the dirt for ball 2. And now I do believe that is Garcia getting warm in a hurry in the bullpen. 3 straight singles. 1 run is in. Nobody out. 2 men on. 4-run deficit and the pitch. In the dirt. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch from Olivares. Musgrave now at third and Burke at second. Big opportunity for Ongst and the Eagles. First base now open. Right now, Lucas, the tying run is in the on-deck circle. And that is ball 4 to Ongst, and the bases are loaded. And now tying run at the plate, and it's David Hickey. But he will not face Olivares, the big man. Jorge Garcia will come in. It is now a save situation. I'll tell you about Garcia after this pause here on.
It is indeed David Hickey coming up to the plate as he faces the notorious pitcher that Ray has been talking about all day today. What is his name, Ray?
Jorge Garcia, who got the save last night, a very hard throwing right-hander, making his 14th appearance overall. He has started twice, 27 total innings, 33 hits, 18 runs, 15 earned. He has walked 11 and struck out 33. 2 runs are in, nobody out, bases loaded. David Hickey now representing the tying run at the plate. He has driven in 4 and scored 2. 2-run homer and a 2-run single. Pulls this first pitch foul. After Hickey, Fernandez, Sepulveda, and Lafferty should the inning go that far.
Luckily, there are no outs in this inning, so we still got an opportunity at hand.
1 strike. Here's a pitch from Garcia. Good fastball right by the hitter. Garcia takes his time, deliberate delivery, but throws very hard. Definitely the hardest pitcher we've seen today. 2 strikes. Got him swinging.
His fastball is just too quick for our hitters. I mean, David Hickey, who's already scored a home run today, is struggling against that, as now Jordan Fernandez faces him.
Fernandez has scored twice, doubled in the 4th, walked in the 2nd, came around both times. 1 for 2 officially. And that one nearly got him. Would have brought home a run, but he spins out of the way. Sepulveda on deck, and then Lafferty to follow. 1 out, bases are loaded. 2 runs are in, and this one misses high. That's ball 2. Want to be patient. Want to make sure the pitcher gets one in the zone. Easy to get a little too eager in this situation. 2-0. And that one fouled off. 2 balls and a strike. Three consecutive singles and a walk, followed by the strikeout. And that one down the middle for strike 2. So count even at 2-2. Fernandez usually makes contact. And the 2-2. And a beautiful curveball. Fernandez knew it, and that's out number 2. Brings up Colin Sepulveda, who does have a home run this game. He's driven in 4. Eagles down to their final out.
Ray, like we want a home run to see, but I'd much rather see a scoring at this point. Base hits.
Doesn't matter how, just get them in. And that one is fouled off. If Sepulveda does reach, Lafferty would bat next. Ball game's in the batter's box right now. No balls and a strike. And a chopper towards third. The throw to first. Scooped in time. That's the ball game. Eagles do score 2. However, Jorge Garcia does his job. He comes in, strikes out 2, and gets the ground ball, and that's the ball game. Final score, Atlantis 17, Trinity Baptist 13. Oh, my mistake. They got 1, not 2. Either way, though, Atlantis wins this one. They put a whole lot of runs on the board. Both teams did. We saw a lot of bats swinging, especially last night and in Game 2 today. Jonathan Vasallo, what a series he had. 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. Trinity Baptist got 3 home runs in this game. 4 RBIs each from David Hickey and Colin Sepulveda. The winning pitcher is Antonio Raleigh. 2 1/3 innings of relief, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. We do not have pitchers' records available for Atlantis, but with the win, they are now 20-13 on the season. Trinity Baptist drops to 11-19 overall. The loser is Colin Sepulveda. He now has no wins and 2 losses on the season. Well, Lucas, we saw a lot of bats today.
We saw a lot of bats this series. The first game last night, the second game today, and now the third game. The score is 17-13. Multiple home runs, multiple base hits, couple lucky hits down the foul ball line, but overall, what an exciting series.
I didn't do this much coloring in when I was in elementary school. All the little run boxes that I had to color in. I even, by mistake, did an extra one for us in the 7th. Still would have lost by 3, though.
It doesn't matter.
But what a game, what a series we had. Unfortunately for TBC, they dropped all 3. But credit the Atlanteans. When they got opportunities, like you said, they took advantage, and they turned those opportunities into runs. Any last thoughts before we sign off?
Hey, hats Atlantis for a sweep. Congratulations, and a shout out to Valasio. Great job for him today. And another shout out to John Copeland Day. Hopefully he does well. Again, all the money and proceeds goes to him and his wife.
And what a terrific cause. Thank you to Coach Jones for setting that up, and thank you to all the fans for their understanding, especially those who normally get in without having to pay. They were very receptive to it today, understanding the situation, showing the love of God, and we're thankful for that. The Atlanteans will now go to United International College on Thursday the 18th and Mid-Atlantic Christian on Friday the 19th, and then the 20th. Trinity Baptist goes to Thomas Tuesday and back home against Bob Jones next weekend. Lucas, thank you for joining us here on the broadcast. For all of us here at TBC, especially Coach John Copeland, with Lucas Spee, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.